My name's Hugh Acheson, and we're going to make a ramp jam because it's spring and there are lots of ramps. So we're just going to slice the bottoms of the ramps down and process through those. And then what we're going to do is we're going to, and it doesn't have to be overly precise, you just want it to be relatively small. We're going to process through all these, and then we're going to saute them just in a little bit of olive oil, and then add vinegar and sugar to it, and bring that all down. And then we are going to add some pectin when it comes to a boil. What we're doing is we're just sauteing just to bring out a lot of the flavor. I'm not looking for a lot of color in this. I'm not trying to really caramelize it. I'm just getting just a little bit of sort of melting down flavors and quality, like you'd be cooking an onion slowly. So same type of thing, it's over medium heat right now. I'm gonna raise it up to medium high because we're gonna hit it with liquid a little bit. And we want that liquid to have a chance to do what it needs to do, which is gonna come to a boil. Okay, I've got some bay leaves because I love the flavor of bay. If you've got a fresh bay leaf tree in your yard, you're winning, because bay leaves are now expensive for some reason if they're really good. I'm just gonna add about 3 bay leaves in here. It says 2 in the recipe, but these ones are relatively small. Oh, I'm gonna add 1 more for good measure. I think you're supposed to say damn. I'm gonna add some sea salt right here, just relatively fine sea salt, just to bring out the flavors. I'm gonna add the rest of the ramps. Just the green, beautiful tops. So we're using all of it. It's that whole stem to leaf cooking. Okay, then we're gonna add our vinegar. I'm gonna raise the heat just a little bit. And we'll start on medium high now. We're gonna add our sugar. And set that all aside. And now it's just a matter of cooking. So we're gonna let that cook and cook down just to a light jam consistency. Then we're gonna gel it with just a little bit of pectin. Those leaves look like an abundant amount, but as they wilt down, they're gonna really compact in size, so that it will be fine. So right now it's been cooking for about 2 to 3 minutes. We're gonna cook it for another 5. Really, you're gonna see the whole mass reduced by about half. And then once it comes to a full boil, we're gonna add some pectin to it. This is about a teaspoon of pectin, which is contained in this big package. What pectin does is it's just going to gel it nicely. It's going to provide a really clean gel to the liquid that's surrounding all of these beautifully cooked ramps, and not diminish their flavor by, again, overcooking it and super reducing it over time. So at this point in time, we're just going to sprinkle over our pectin. Stir it evenly, and we're going to stir it in really well, and then we're just going to bring it back to a boil. So it's cooked, and the pectin's just setting up. Pectin really, as it cools, is going to thicken, just like a gelatin would. So we're just going to let that do its cooling process in the jar that we're actually packing it into. So usually I'd have a canning filter, but we're just going to get this in, and I'm just going to try and make sure I distribute the liquid evenly enough. So these are just clean jars. We're just going to make sure that there's no air pockets, so a lot of this liquid has to get in. And then we're going to do about 1/2 inch of a fill line of space at the top, headspace. And then you could go ahead and process. So the liquid you see is pretty much that. So that's a little bit, 1/4 inch. I'm going to take just a little bit out. So then we're just going to wipe the top of the jar to make sure we're clean. We're going to fix our lid, which is going to go on, and then the band goes on just to finger tight, and then we'd be processing it in a boiling water bath for, you could just process that for about 7 to 8 minutes. You should be fine.